What it is, gang? You've made it back to another Lock Review Monday, the series where we support, uplift, and admire people with locks. This week we are going down the Sisterlock route. This lovely human by the name of Rebbicam has a lovely head of Sisterlocks, and she is this week's subject. So if you like cool hair, cool style, and you want to hang out for a little while, grab your beverages and we'll get on into the video. This lovely creator, Rebbicam, has had locks for a long time. You can see here she's very young, but she's also got lots of length. Now this looks like 15 plus years of growth. I believe it's actually 20. This was a photo that I found on her public Instagram of her at 5, but she's already had them for a couple years, even at this young age. And if you guys want my take on it, since we're here, as a black person, never too young to start locks. Sisterlocks, I mean, listen, if you can do it, it is a very expensive way, a very highly maintenanced way to go about doing it. So if you want to dote over your child's hair that much from that young age, more power to you. But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's ever too young. Any black person is ever too young to have locks. What do you guys think? Do you think that Sisterlocks is has like an age of entry before you can start? Do you think that there's an age that's too young? Anyways, moving on. So with Sisterlocks, it does sort of hide texture in the hair. In my experience, most Sisterlocks, no matter what hair texture you have, sort of has a similar hair type because the strands are so thin and then they fall down, giving like a uniform appearance. That's gonna just be the overarching thing for Sisterlocks, is that it creates uniformity. The strands always appear like 4C textured hair, but stretched, always roughly the same size, and they always fall down in similar ways. As we can see here, it almost looks like straight hair if you move back, but up close you can see they're very manicured locks with uniform box-shaped sections, and there is a lot of them. I believe she even posted it on her page. In this particular case, we have a 600 plus lock head. 600! Woo! But despite that high number, every 600 plus strands of locks on her head look well cared for, and that's why we're here today. Upon close inspection of Sisterlocks, they do always look like they have been manipulated by tools' hands, but on the flip side, they're also just such small strands that it's never really apparent unless we're really looking at it. And if you're passing someone with Sisterlocks on the street and notice it, you are standing way too close. Okay. Her locks can sometimes be seen with a bit of a wave to it, probably evident of a braid out, and we normally see them out and straight, so maybe that's how she prefers to wear them. I know that locks can have, Sisterlocks can be worn in a myriad of styles quite easily, but I mean, they're really nice, and wearing hairstyles out is very easy, so that's what she is seen rocking throughout her page. I had to include this. This is such a cool picture. Motion pictures of locks are so much fun, and yeah, they're always really cool. I can't exactly remember how I found this particular creator, but upon arrival to her page, she has a lot of really nice photos, really high quality, a lot of motion pictures, and this one here too really showcases her locks, the length, the texture, the movement of them even, which I really appreciate because different styles of locks move in different ways. Here, now that they're a bit more spread out, you can sort of get a better idea of what the individual shafts look like. We can get a sense of how they vary in thickness as time goes by. This is very similar to regular locks, but possibly more apparent just because the strands are so thin. And I do see a bit of new growth. Now, I was under the impression that Sisterlocks had to be maintained like every 3, 4, 5 weeks at a very high like retie rate, but we do see that there is a bit of new growth, giving her a little bit of volume at the top of the head before they fall down, which I think is cool. This is a learning moment for me. Maybe it's a learning moment for you. Maybe you already knew that, but I think it was a cool fact. We also often see sister locks worn in this sort of tiny wave. I would really be interested in seeing like what the braid styles for the braid out look like to achieve this like subtle, it's almost like a beach wave, you know? Another thing I like about sister locks is that it sort of has the illusion of just like straight hair or like a wig or something, but then you walk up close and you see all the texture, you see the light poking through, and you see the strands, and you're like, oh damn, this person has locks. You know, I think it's a really fun sort of trick of the eye. And she rocks them so well. We love to see it. For someone so young to be so dedicated to this hairstyle. This is a 20 plus year journey, you guys. Like, take that in for a sec. That is most of you know what, we can call it all her life. All her life she's had this hairstyle. She's been rocking with the locks, and I think that is truly something to behold. And look what she has to show for it. This is really a really awesome set of locks. It's very inspiring, head turning. She looks amazing. So I just really wanted to put this out there because not many people make it to the 20-year mark, and to achieve that at an age so young is pretty cool to see. So, Rebbicam, you are a real one. Thank you for the lock inspiration, and thank you guys for coming here and sitting through this review with me. I want to ask you guys, what is your next milestone? And I'll leave that at the end of my video. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and this week, let's put a unicorn emoji if you made it this far. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate the time you guys take to hang out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.